Good afternoon, everybody. Today you join me outside Paris's most hideous building, TER Nomad, because across the square is an equally hideous train station which seems to be under redevelopment. I'm not catching the TGV today, although if you look at these pillars, they're the kind of only saving grace of this building. It lists a bunch of interesting places you can get the TGV to. Alas, I'm getting the regional train to a small town in Normandy where my family has a holiday home, well, nearby. Today I will be catching the 1654 TER Nomad service from here, Paris Montparnasse, to Granville in the southwest of the Manche department, but getting off early at Vire. So let's see what this train has to offer. The main thing to stick out about Montparnasse is how hideous it is. The area was redeveloped in the 70s with the station being rebuilt right alongside this ginormous wannabe Eiffel Tower that seemed half empty when you looked in the windows. If you compare it to here, the Palais de Luxembourg, it really sticks out like a sore thumb across the cityscape. Upon entering the building, there's another thing that really hits you. The maze of stairs and escalators. It's like that scene in Harry Potter, all the stairs keep on changing place. And the maze of stairs and escalators continue as you go through, surrounded by endless shops everywhere. And another really weird roof. It reminds me of the one at New Street in Birmingham, but less glass womb. The only shop I went to was Relay, where I just bought some overpriced sandwich for lunch. As you make it to the top floor, you get to the main hall, where all the 25 platforms are. And they do it as in being separated into three. You still get endlessly lost across all of them. It's a lot. That's why it's good that out of any station in the world, this is the only one I know of to have a garden on the roof. This is for some well-needed respite after trying to tackle the multiple mazes of the stairs and the concourse and everything else. Although, if you miss the sound of trains, you can hear them through the air vents. The three halls separation here is for the different types of train, the most prominent being, of course, the TGV, which goes to all them places on the pillar, like Bordeaux, Toulouse, La Rochelle. This one here was leaving for Tours and Poitiers. The middle hall is for the exact opposite, the commuter trains. Unfortunately, Montparnasse isn't on the RER, but it is, of course, on Transilien, line N, where they have a lovely range of brand new Alstom trains to take you to Versailles and Rambouillet, however you pronounce it. And of course, there is the metro. If you go down another escalator and then along a 2-mile-long travelator to the metro station. I'll be boarding my train to Vire from the Western Hall 3, where there are also trains heading down to Orléans and Chartres and other places in sort of the middle of France. It has this really wacky livery with all sorts of jokes and typical things you find in Normandy. And I saw on one of the other trains, there's a little map. With my bag atop there, here is my seat for this evening, seat number 64. Now what they don't skimp out on these trains is luggage space. Not only is there up top, but they got a little bit below for teeny weeny handbag. And we are off. Just like every big terminus in Paris, right next to it is a large stabling yard. My favourite view of this route is super early on, only about 5 minutes in when you're going through Clamart. You get this amazing view across all of Western Paris for a split second. As we weave our way through southwest Paris, we eventually reach Versailles, where there is not only big chateau built by Louis XIV, but also lots of railway junctions and flyovers and crossovers, and a massive rail yard. Just outside Versailles, we pass the interchange for one of Paris's many outer urban tram routes, T13, to Saint-Germain-en-Laye. Now these seats put even seats on intercity trains in the UK to shame. They are so comfy and well padded. And this armrest is twice the size of my arm. It's got a sturdy, comfy headrest with a little wing, a reading light, which is a little touch I'll probably never use, and possibly one of the biggest tray tables I've ever seen on a regional train, at least 4 times the size of, again, what we get in the UK. They also treat us to a kilometre of legroom. We could probably stretch out in here, and below the tray table there's this weird pocket storage thing. I'm not quite sure. My laptop just about fits in though. And even once you've properly stretched your legs out, you've still got a few centimetres to spare. However, one thing I find very sad is sitting with your knees right up to the seat in front. It's not really possible. But you don't really need to do that when there's a little footrest. And if the sun's about to pierce your eyes and blind you, there are some nice blinds, which aren't too bad. You can still roughly see what's out the window. Before leaving Paris, I went and got a cheese and mushroom crepe, which I already ate, and this delightful apple tart, which fits perfectly with the region I'm heading to, since Normandy has quite an obsession with apples. As we past Dreux, we would usually stop here as it is the end of the line for Brazilian N trains. However, this is the first time I've been on this route and we've sailed right through. Instead, our first stop of the trip is Verny-sur-Arve in the southeastern corner of Normandy, where we cross another one of these trains. And corn! Lots of corn! Eventually, after 2.5 hours, we pull into there after having seen even more corn and Buffalo Grill, which is France's answer to... I actually don't know, I've never been in one. Well folks, it is a lovely evening here. I have just arrived here in Veer. That is some crappy text. Okay, now the bloody bug is out of my eye. Yeah, that's some crappy like Texan grill chain they have in France. I am in Veer in rural Normandy. Journey incredibly smooth, brilliant seats, better than what we've got in the bloody UK, and just really smooth. I've never noticed the train stop at so few times. Usually it stops at almost every station, but it only stopped about 4 places today. But super quick, super easy, love the art on the trains. I've done this journey many times. I've done this journey probably about 20 times. Maybe even more than that since moving to London 6 years ago. And so for me, I know exactly what to expect. Lots of cute villages, lots of farmhouses, lots of corn, lots of rolling hills, lots of France, lots of northern France. Not really much to say. Typical regional trip in France, very good. Only wish it was more frequent, wish it was hourly. They have nice long trains, but they're only 6 times a day. This service and just trains in general across France need to be more frequent in my opinion, but I'm used to the UK where we've got kind of 3-car rural trains that go every hour or twice an hour. And I think it works better that way. Although France having nice newer trains with big seats is ultimate plus. And plug at the seat. But anyway, yeah, that was me on the Nomad regional train. I have been Jack the Train Traveller, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be the TGV.